And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves: guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
That one goes in.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He is such an explosive athlete. Kuminga, hard to contain in the paint.
And this matchup always, Clark, seems to produce some fireworks.
Well, again, when conference opponents are this familiar, Kevin, things tend to get ramped up, heated up, intensified, if you will.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Last game he had 12. And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. And the bank shot is good. Edwards got his second bucket of the night.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Outside Butler, pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Gobert pulls it in. Left side, Edwards. To the inside. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Green. Outside Butler. Over in the corner, Kuminga. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Kuminga's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And having a star in Anthony Edwards, Clark, with so much confidence, what kind of impact does that have for the Wolves?
Well, it's huge. I mean, he wants the pressure of carrying the team, and with his outgoing nature and skill set, that mentality, I think, permeates the team and gives it great confidence. And that's exactly what Rudy brings to your team on the defensive end.
They now take the lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. They trail by 1. Outside Butler. Inside, it's stolen by Randall. Deflects the pass. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Fires from the wing. Kuminga, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
And here are the Warriors now. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Outside Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Butler. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Butler. That one, no good. Nice defense from McDaniel. Randall is doubled. McDaniels outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so Steve Kerr tries to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And here are the Warriors now. 4-point game. Here's Horford, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, Horford combines skill and power with experience and smarts. That makes him hard to shut down in the paint.
Now, here's Reed. Miller inside. Jackson Davis defending. To the middle. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Horford the pass to Spencer. Now Hield from deep. Sinks the triple.
Talk about being shot ready. Hield catches and fires as fast as pretty much anybody in the league.
Conley dishes to Miller. Pass to Reed and stolen by Horford. Here's Hield. It's tipped. Right side, Reed. And Reed throws it down.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. And the Warriors, another 3.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
On the court for Minnesota, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. And it's Conley, and it's Clark in at the 3 spot. Clark Naz Reed, a former 6-man award winner in this league.
Yeah, I tell you, he was given the nickname Big Jelly in high school, and it has stuck with him. In fact, they've got some great T-shirts with that on it. And to be honest, I like it. I just would like to know the backstory as to how he became Big Jelly. His game is pretty sweet, too.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Jimmy Butler is the complete package. Coach Steve Kerr said he's an amazing player. The skill, the strength, the ability to get to the line, his passing connects the game. And in the end, it goes beyond that. Just his presence out there. He's a lion. He's a force. Back to you.
One of the best for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Now, here's Clark. Still scoreless. And Reed has it in the corner. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 3. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. A 3-pointer is right on target. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Reed. And it's Edwards in for Clark. Edwards against Hield. Outside Curry. There's the triple, and another three for Golden State.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Curry. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
It's going by Hield. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Edwards with the block.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So, Clark, looking at the history of the Timberwolves, they're in the most successful stretch ever.
Yeah, you look at the first 24 seasons, Minnesota won just 2 playoff series total. They've won 4 rounds in the last 2 years alone in the playoffs. You know, what's been the key if you ask that question? I'd say having that guy Anthony Edwards is where you start. And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Curry on the drive. Butler from outside. And another three for Golden State.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Curry. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Randall kicks to Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. Edwards can't hit. Warriors leading by 8. It's Curry outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Edwards. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They've led by as much as 10.
Well, you can't afford to give Horford that type of advantage inside. As soon as you do that, you're cooked.
And the basket is good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Butler passes to Curry. Here's Butler. In the corner, Horford with it. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot. Horford's got 6.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead. And you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Another foul to give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Horford. Kuminga comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Now here's Curry. He's got 12. Clock at 2. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Curry can't get it to go. Outside Edwards. Inside Edwards finishes strong.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. We witnessed him delivering a series of 3-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. Back to the action in just a minute.
Well, looking at the Warriors, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Warriors.
One thing in their favor.
And that about wraps it up. And as
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. And it's Butler in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Golden State moving it around. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. DiVincenzo's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Well, year after year, Clark, we continue to see Anthony Edwards increase his scoring.
Yeah, and I like the fact that his efficiency has gone up as well, Kevin. That's a nice combination. Scoring going up and efficiency improving, and that's a problem for sure for the rest of the league.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Podziemski on the wing. Here's Curry. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
It's Edwards on the wing. Down low. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Edwards. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Pass to Podziemski. Kuminga against Randall. Curry on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Now McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards drawing the double team. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A 3 for DiVincenzo. The Warriors have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Bounce pass, Butler. Green with a screen on Edwards. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The Timberwolves shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Butler on the attack.
Look, Butler will get his shot now, forcing his way inside that time.
Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels gets a wide open look. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. McDaniels got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves. And so Steve Kerr tries to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the Warriors. Horford comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Hield subbed in for Butler. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance. But threes are still their best bet.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minnesota?
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch bells with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
Here's Horford, and that one is good. Horford's got 8 points.
Well, it's so hard to stop Horford when he's that physical down low. Most defenders have a tough time dealing with it.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy in that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Back to you, Kevin.
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. Outside, Horford fires from way outside. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota leading by 7. Conley finds Edwards. From downtown, Reed misses. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Horford from outside. Reed with the rebound. Over in the corner, Edwards to the paint. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Dillingham. And it's Clark in at small forward. Horford, no luck.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Randall surveying the D. Outside, Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 7th assist here tonight. Pass to Butler. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And the dunk by Horford.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Reed finds Randall. Reed trying to get open. Reed on the follow. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
saving that trip. Naz Reid turning a miss into a bucket.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Horford. Pajemski's coming in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Gary Payton. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gobert comes in for Naz Reid. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Mike Conley. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. It's Curry outside, rebounded by the Timberwolves.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Mr. Gobert. It's stolen by Hill. Butler. Oh! Thrown down by Butler.
Love the force and focus that Butler plays this game with. That was reflected in the finish.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Butler fires. No good from three. Minnesota leading by 15. Outside Edwards. Now Gobert. It's stolen by Green. Now Pajemski. Curry. Bullseye. Curry with a deep three.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
Here he goes.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The first one falls. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. He doesn't get the second one. Warriors trail by 13. Curry is inside. Edwards there. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against the Warriors.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
What's left to say about his performance? I mean, the fans definitely got their money's worth.
Butler. McDaniels pulls it down. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. DiVincenzo. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Butler. 3. Good. Now Edwards. Randall fires. The long shot, no good. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Curry. From 18 feet away, count the basket. 17 points was their biggest margin. Edwards drives in.
Anthony Edwards.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.